But now it's time for art. And then we don't have a regular artist the way we would normally do. We have a curator in the house. Now, Lauren is her name. She's a curator of African art at the High Museum of Art, overseeing a collection rich in West and Central African art and material culture. Now, she's here to talk about what she does. You're welcome. Great to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for
First
having
of all,
me.
yeah, no more question I want to ask is, who is a curator? A curator, first of all.
A curator organizes exhibitions, and the best of them tell a story or make an argument and use the artworks to support that story or argument.
All right. So now, the artworks, whenever you put together this exhibition and all of that, of course, does it have to be, does it all have to tell a particular story? Does it have to have a theme? Can it be diverse?
It should.
What are the rules surrounding that, what you do in that regard?
I don't know if there are a lot of strict rules. I mean, it is a creative process putting it together. And so, yeah, as I mentioned, I think the best way to do it is to tell a story and not just present random artworks.
Yeah.
There should be something that holds them together, that the curators can speak to, that audiences can hold on to as they experience the exhibition. Very often there is something produced, that is to say, something written, a catalog. So I like to think of exhibitions as a prompt for deeper discussions and critique of something. Yeah.
So now let's talk about you. How did this all start for you? Where did the love and the interest? You love what you do, first of all.
I do, absolutely.
Okay, you do love it. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me not just take it for granted. But how did this love start for you? When did you start doing all of this?
Oh, I think the love that I have for art started from the time I can remember. Sometimes I think when we're passionate about something, if it doesn't seem, quote unquote, logical, or something that we can turn into an immediate financial gain, maybe we're discouraged by mentors or parents, not that they don't love us and support our dreams, but that they want to make sure that we have security. And so I think my love for art was first challenged a bit by family, and then later, when I was in undergraduate school, I was interested in policy, but I would still try to integrate art somehow. I'd use, for example, a work of art as a point of departure to unpack a social or political phenomenon, and I'd write my policy paper, having started with an artwork or an art fair of some sort, and trying to find a way to connect that to the policy. But I was doing that thinking I might work in art, but my mentors at that time, sort of learned that I possessed this body of knowledge around African political history and thought that maybe I should work for a multilateral organization such as the UN or the AU. So I actually tried to do that for a while as well. But again, when you're passionate about something, it kind of nags at you. It won't go away. You constantly think about it. You dream about it all the time.
Exactly.
So it was just finally time to embrace it. And I think I made that jump officially after going back and forth for a few years. I went in 2017 to work in a museum and haven't looked back since. Now,
do you have to, as a curator, do you do art yourself?
I don't.
Exactly. So you don't have to do art to be a good curator.
No, I'm not a practicing artist at all. No, I think you have to be a good storyteller.
Okay, you have to be a good storyteller if you want to curate. All right, let's see what stories you can tell us with the art works that we have. Some of you have seen some of them. Okay. So this was an exhibition you had?
It's still up. It's at Cole Gallery in Ikoyi. I encourage everyone to go and see it. It's a beautiful, beautiful exhibition.
What is the theme of this exhibition?
The theme of this exhibition was firstly sort of an exhibition that was meant to encourage audiences to think about technique in collage work. So what we have...
Technique in collage work?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. So firstly, what we have is a selection of all women artists who work in paper collage. And collage is kind of, it's commonly thought of as something that is sort of a free association, emotive process, like mood boarding. But I wanted to challenge that and demonstrate the work of a handful of Nigerian women artists who actually have a lot of precision, thoughtfulness in their approach to collage and in their manipulation of paper.
Wonderful. Now, some people have artworks that also have underlying messages. Is there any sort of underlying message with this one? Or it is just plainly collage as you would
Well, all of the artists have their own artist statements, but what I think I'll share with you is what they all have in common.
Okay.
All three of the artists in this show are really trying to challenge ideas about femininity that are singular. They want to show the multifaceted nature of femininity.
Oh, okay.
And so one of the things I spoke about was structure. And so their approach is very methodical and that's typically thought of as a bit masculine, whereas the emotive and whimsical is thought of as feminine. Here we see 3 women artists doing both at the same time. That is to say that they're using this methodical approach and structural approach, but to create something that still feels soft. So thereby they're sort of demonstrating through their practice that women are both, that women are all of those
In the
things.
rankings of your best exhibitions, where does this one rank?
Best exhibitions?
Yeah, or the ones you enjoyed the most.
It's like
That's what they
asking,
say.
what's your favorite child?
It happens. it happens. Okay. Well, they will have it, but parents will not want to say. I think that's the thing.
Is
That's
that the thing?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. But let's see. You've done artworks or you've exhibited at different places and all of that. Don't they all hold different meanings? And in that way, can't you find the one that is favorite to you?
I think I like any exhibition that explores something that hasn't been explored before. So, you know, sometimes curators are limited by the collections they manage or an archive. Other times they have a little bit more freedom to do what they want. And those would be my favorite.
Collection, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. It's good to see someone passionate about something like this. Some people might be wondering, hey, come on, can you be passionate about all of it? But just very short, let's roll this up. For somebody who wants to, get a career in this as a curator and all of that, what's the easiest way, or how can one go about it? It's very fast.
Oh, that's interesting. I think the typical advice would be to go to school, study art history, but I actually am going to say I think you need to build relationships with people in galleries and artists and come together to produce something, perhaps outside of an institution at first, as a proof of concept, and then people will come, they'll come seeking for you.
I'll take that. Thank you very much, Lauren. It was great having you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hope you're able to pick something there for you who want to curate, and of course you need to know how to curate and all of that. It's been a wonderful time on the show. The first lap of the show is done. We'll take the second lap now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.